Early in the morning, Grandfather is plowing his field when he notices an old glowing pot buried in the soil. Grandfather pulls the pot out of the ground. It is completely empty. As a joke, he says, "I wish this pot were filled with gold." Suddenly, the pot begins to glow and fills up with gold. Shocked and excited, Grandfather takes the pot home. He said, "I wish we never run out of food." Instantly, the house fills with grains, fruits, vegetables, and sweets. Grandfather realizes that this is a magical pot. He decides to use its power to help other people. Standing in the middle of the village's dry fields, Grandfather says, "I wish all these fields become green and fertile." Within seconds, lush green crops begin growing everywhere. Grandfather then says, "I wish all poor families get strong new houses." Immediately, the village's old mud houses transform into beautiful permanent homes. The villagers are overjoyed. People from nearby areas start coming to Grandfather for help, and he uses the magical pot to assist everyone. A greedy moneylender secretly watches everything and becomes obsessed with the magical pot. One night, while Grandfather is sleeping, the moneylender sneaks into his house and steals the magical pot. The moneylender says, "I wish I had mountains of gold." Instantly, huge piles of gold appear in front of him. Then he said, "I wish my small house becomes a grand palace." In seconds, his tiny house transforms into a magnificent palace. His greed grows even bigger. He says, "I wish all the wealth of the village belonged to me." Suddenly, the magical pot starts shaking and glowing intensely. The palace begins disappearing. The gold vanishes into thin air, and the moneylender loses everything, becoming poor again. The magical pot flies out of his hands and rises into the sky. He runs after it, but it disappears into the clouds. The next morning, Grandfather sits sadly outside his house. Suddenly, the magical pot returns from the sky and lands in his hands. A voice from the heavens says, "This power is meant only for good deeds, not greed." Grandfather smiles. Moments later, the pot flies back into the sky, and the voice announces that it will now go to whoever likes the video and subscribes to the channel.